Hello everybody, my name is Dr. Darragh Stewart and welcome to the Inwardbound Introduction to Psychedelic Therapy training program. We're really excited to be putting together this program for all of you out there who want to work personally with psychedelics and plant medicine, and also to maybe move it into a facilitator or space holder capacity. So in this lecture today, the main intention is to give you guys a broad overview of working with psychedelics and plant medicine. So I'll be introducing lots of different terminology, some of the main players who've been working with psychedelics and plant medicine over the last number of years. And it's a really exciting times we're in now. It's the psychedelic renaissance or revolution. There's so much research happening out there for many different mental health conditions and people working with psychedelics for a variety of reasons, personal development and also spirituality. So I'll be talking to you all about that in this presentation today. So the contents are an introduction to psychedelics and plant medicine. So what are they? I'll be touching on the history and culture. So many different cultures have worked with psychedelics across all continents and probably since humans graced the earth. Also I'll go into why we work with them, the different classifications of psychedelics, so the different types. I'll also be touching on some of the science and some of the research institutes that are working with psychedelics in clinical settings. And then the second part of the presentation will be around how to prepare for a psychedelic experience, or how to also guide and facilitate psychedelic experiences for other people. So I'll be talking about space holding, preparation, setting, and the different how to navigate with the different substances and dosages. And then lastly, we'll finish on integration, what is integration, and community, and where to next. So really excited to get into this presentation this evening for you all. So a little bit about me. I'm originally from Ireland, born in the capital city, Dublin. I was raised Catholic, so I think it's really important to know people's backgrounds or their frame of reference when working with psychedelics. I was raised Catholic, but I don't associate as being Catholic anymore. I did my degree in Trinity College Dublin in natural science, and then I specialised in plant molecular genetics. So I come from a very science background. I finished my postdoctoral training in plant molecular genetics, so a little bit of a crossover into still working with plants, but more in a altered state of consciousness way rather than at a lab bench. But my story and how I really got into working with psychedelics was I suffered from depression and anxiety in my early 20s. And this was because of the death of my grandmother, the loss of a long-term relationship, and then the pressure of the PhD studies really put me into a really, really tough space. So I had a dark night of the soul, and I needed to really try and heal myself and look for these existential questions that I was trying to answer. So I got into holistic healing. Primarily, I trained as a massage therapist, and then very quickly in the holistic sphere, as a scientist, I was able to cut through a lot of stuff that didn't resonate for me and find what worked for me. And I very quickly found the power of psychedelics and plant medicine. So it's a lot of my own lived experience working with psychedelics. So I've been working with them personally for over 7 years, and professionally guiding people in that space for the last 3 years with Inwardbound. And I've done a lot of training out in India using different embodiment techniques such as breath work, yoga, also silent meditations, Vipassana and Tushita. So a lot of deep introspective work, which is really, really needed. The meditation is, I find, one of the foundations for working with psychedelics and plant medicine. So having a deep understanding of yourself, and that's what I've been on a journey to do, and it doesn't end. So that's a little bit about me. First of all, we'll start with psychoactive substances. So there's a wide variety of psychoactive substances out there. So when people think of psychoactive substances, maybe their mind goes straight to kind of street substances such as maybe ketamine, cocaine, or heroin. But actually, psychoactive substances include anything that alters your baseline consciousness, such as tobacco and alcohol, cannabinoids, dissociatives such as ketamine, and the psychedelics. So what are psychedelics? So the word psychedelic means mind manifesting, and what they do is they create an altered state of consciousness for you to explore, and people access these altered states of consciousness for a variety of reasons, such as spiritual growth, healing, or working on their personal development. So as you can see here in the slide, there's many different types of psychoactive substances, and they're classed into these different categories. We have the stimulants, we have the empathogens, dissociatives, cannabinoids, psychedelics, opioids, depressants, and stimulants.